It's been a long day, Tico.
It has almost. Well, no, it is literally exactly.
It's literally midnight.
It is midnight right now.
Right now, this is our PAX East 2019 Day in Review Part 2. Day in Review. Oh my God, I can't even
Day
speak.
Day
2 in Review. Take 2. So we recorded this whole thing at about 6:30 tonight.
Yes, we finally got a quiet room at the convention hall.
And it turns out, because we couldn't see the comments as we were recording live, the microphone was freaking muted the whole time.
Yes.
And there was no audio. So I promise you, this version at midnight is with 99% more sound.
Yes, we're going to get some. I mean, it is nice because you guys will have missed out on the snoring security guard from the room that may have carried through.
Yes, that is.
Who napped the entire time we were in there. Like, we went in there.
He wasn't a security guard. He was an enforcer.
Enforcer. We went in there at like 4 o'clock and he was sleeping. Yeah. And we left because it was too loud in there. And we went around and we tried to find another quiet room to do it. Couldn't find another quiet room to do it. Went back in at 6:30. Still sleeping. Exact same spot. To the point that I said, are we sure this guy...
Is this guy still alive?
Still alive. He was. I mean... And he was actually kind enough at the end. Like, he
gave us more time.
We were finishing up trying to, edit.
Well, I was waiting for the video to finish processing, and little did I know that it was pointless anyway. There's no sound.
And this guy rolls out of his slumber, comes back to the back of the room, and is like, guys, it's time to go. But the fact that he was aware that it was even still Friday.
He went home to sleep.
He's like, guys, I got places to be.
Right?
Can't sit around here all day. Had a long, tiring day. I want to get home.
Talking about a long and tiring day. So the first thing we did today, we got a couple of things we want to talk about today. Basically, the things that kind of stuck with us.
Yes.
After we saw a few things today. We did I don't know if I mentioned it yesterday or not, but we have less interviews, like set interviews. We're just kind of mulling around and we're talking to developers and still like we usually do. But really, again, like we usually do, we're just talking about the stuff that really stuck with us.
Yeah.
And the first thing we did this morning, this actually was an interview.
This was a
set time. This was up in an actual suite in the Westin Hotel.
It felt like, at first, I'm like, are we going to have both of our kidneys when we come out of here?
No,
I wasn't sure, because
I've done this before. It
was fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's just they set up in a room. They don't have an actual presence because it's only for media.
Yes,
that's why they do it that way.
This is a behind closed doors type of thing, which is probably...
So let's talk about the game itself.
Yeah.
Falcon Age is the name of the game, and this is a VR game for PlayStation, but you can also play it not in VR. So I played it in VR. Chico played it in
controller
with a controller.
Yeah.
And this is great. It's the simple. It's like an RPG. There's going to be missions to do. You have a pet falcon, so you are a, what is the word?
Falconeer.
You are a falconeer, which is like not a word you get to say very often.
I say it at least twice a week.
Excellent.
I mean, sometimes it's wrong. It's when I'm ordering a coffee, and they go, "What?" I mean, sorry, coffee. That's what I meant.
Not a falconeer. So you're a falconeer, and when you start the game, you find this little baby falcon.
Yeah.
And that falcon eventually grows up, and then through playtests, they're telling us people just wanted the baby falcon back. So you get this mask you can put. It's a mask that you can put on the falcon to make it.
They're called a hood. It's called a hood.
To make it the baby falcon again, and you can dress up the falcon. It's really cool because you actually have to. You have a pouch down beside you. You have to look down. You actually open up the pouch. That opens up your inventory. You grab your stuff. You put it on the falcon, and you can dress him up. And it's hilarious. The falcon is so cute.
Yeah.
And when he's looking at you, the neat thing too is in VR, it's actually doing what you do with your hand. So you have to put your hand up, and he comes and lands on your arm. Yes. So you have to hold your arm there, and because as soon as you basically let go, he's going to fly away. He's going to
fly. He's not just sitting there by your side. Right. If you put your arm down, that's weird.
So, but what's cool is when you get close to him, he actually looks you in the eyes, and his head stays with you, and his body moves. So I was doing this funny chicken dance with him, which was really. I was having a fun time with this game.
It does the same thing on with the controller as well. But you still get the chicken neck. You don't lose that. I just like the customization you can do with your Falcon. It's like you can throw on a hat and you've got the hat, monocle, and the bow tie on.
Bow tie. Fist bump. He does a fist bump.
He has some great just some fun stuff you can do. You can do the fist bump. It's got a lot of personality. Really, you feel like you bond with this thing very quickly.
And this is literally one tiny little piece of the game.
Yeah.
Like, the game itself has combat mechanics. It got RPG elements. It's got missions. You send your Falcon to attack things for you, and there's these like flying drones. If you target them for your Hawk or for your Falcon, he goes and attacks it, drops it down. Then you have this sort of a baton/whip weapon that you can now whip the thing or bash it and to bring it down and kill it. The only downfall for me personally, and I've talked about this many times with VR, is it's point and click
for your movement.
And what you're seeing in the video now is I'm basically chasing a rabbit, and I'm going to get the rabbit to catch the Falcon to catch the rabbit, and he will bring the meat back to me, which I would grab out of his beak, put it in my pouch, and it's used for crafting later on to make things for the Hawk. For Falcon. I keep saying Hawk.
Yes.
For the Falcon. Really, really fun game. Love the art style. Yeah. It's that simple but colorful art style.
Yeah.
You know? I really enjoyed this game. I was having a blast playing it, but once you get into the heat of battle, it's really hard to move around. Like, if you have a controller, it's easy to back up and get to where you're going.
I want to point out what you did with
when I was in battle?
With the move controller. So, Sean's flailing away, not realizing how close he is to... This is in a small hotel room.
Let me show you some flailing. Here we go. This is me flailing.
Yeah, so at very first... So, not realizing how close you are to
this dresser.
The dresser that's in front of you. And the first thing you did was smack that move controller off of the dresser.
I felt it hit something, but I don't know where I am, right? I'm just sitting in a chair in front of the dresser, in front of this TV, and but like I'm flailing at these enemies. It's hilarious.
Now I want somebody who's good with Photoshop and stuff like that to take this video of Sean flailing here and just put whatever video you want in there.
Right.
Just throw in
drums.
Drum solo, whatever you want. Just throw that in there. I think that would be a fun thing to have.
It's an interesting game. It comes out April 9th.
April 9th?
Yeah, which actually is the same day as Dangerous Driving.
Yes, we are on a kick here for April 9th.
But I will tell you right now, this game has 100% more Falcons than Dangerous Driving. So,
yes, unless they've thrown one in there that we don't know about.
Maybe. This is right here. Basically, my Falcon was attacked by some enemies. He was injected with, I don't know what he was injected with.
It's like blow darts, basically.
Yeah.
It's like blow darts.
So I called him to me. I pulled them out, which is kind of cool. You had to pull them out of him.
Pull him out.
And then pet him to get him to love you again, I guess.
Well, you're healing him. You're comforting him.
You're making him feel better. And then you go and you grab some food, which heals him. Yeah. So you have to take care of the Falcon.
Yes, because if it dies...
I
assume that you're done.
I would assume so too. And then from here, I get him to attack this tower, which opens the door.
Yeah.
So the game really is about you working with your Falcon to overcome the obstacles and the enemies.
Yeah.
Right. Beyond that, I don't know the exact story. I mean, it's not out yet. We will learn that once it's released. But love the visuals. I love the feeling of being in VR with this creature. They also said there's going to be a mode where you can basically turn off combat, so nothing will attack you if you just want to play.
You just want to play
and have fun with the Falcon. I think that's a great idea.
Because you got pretty overwhelmed at one point.
I got overwhelmed, and that's the problem with the point and click.
With the point,
is once you're overwhelmed, it's hard to get out of where you are.
Yeah.
Right. It's a lot because you got to click to turn around and then keep moving and point and click. It's not intuitive. It's not knee-jerk action like you would if you were with a controller.
Like with a controller, you just pull backwards and run.
Exactly. So that was Falcon Age, and I quite enjoyed it.
It was really cool. I liked it.
This next game started out as a Skyrim mod that sold really, really well.
Well, that sold was
downloaded really like a million times.
On the Xbox, it was downloaded a million times. So this is coming out on the Xbox One and Steam.
So it was a mod for Skyrim, downloaded a million times or over a million times, and the developer gets no money from that, obviously, because it's not a sale; it's free. And he said, well, he's thinking to himself, if it's downloaded that much, I should be able to make some money from it.
Yep.
So he's taken his mod and made an actual game around it, and it is called The Forgotten City. So we sat down and we played a little bit of it.
Yep.
For The Forgotten City, it plays like Skyrim because it is based on the Skyrim engine. You know, I don't know if he's able to use the Skyrim engine or not, but he's creating basically a standalone version of this Skyrim mod. But it's not Skyrim anymore. He's created a whole story, and the basic idea is it's sort of, how did we describe it? Groundhog Day.
Yeah, it is. It's got a lot of story elements to it, and it really is Groundhog Day esque. So you are in is it Roman?
It's a Roman ruins. You are asked to go in and look for this woman's sister or a brother who had gone in there days before and never came out. You eventually end up going through this portal that transports you 7 years in the past. Before you went through the portal, you noticed that there's all the people in here they're all gold statues.
There's gold statues, and so everybody's been turned to gold.
Everyone in there had been turned to gold. You end up 7 years prior, where the people are still there and they're not gold. What you soon discover is that when something happens that breaks the law, and whatever law that is, you have to figure out what law is it. Are today's law, because this takes place today. Is it today's laws? Is it ancient Roman law? What is it? But when the law is broken, that initiates the cataclysm, which turns everyone to gold, and you are the only one who can escape the cataclysm to get back through the portal into the present date. And then you can go through the portal again to try again, essentially.
Yeah, it's basically you've got that Groundhog Day mechanic to it.
And you can use that to your advantage. That's the point, because there's apparently early on, there's a quest where this woman needs medicine, and
it doesn't show up in time to save her patient.
Right, but you can steal the medicine, okay? But stealing is a sin.
It's a sin.
It breaks the law, so it triggers the cataclysm. The great thing is, once you have an item in your possession, when you go back through time, that item stays with you. So you now have the medicine she needs the next time you go in. So you're going to use that time mechanic to your advantage, even if doing something causes the cataclysm. You may do that on purpose to have something in your possession when you reset time. Sounds very fascinating. It plays really well. It looks amazing. And I'm actually really excited for this. It's coming out at the end of the year, sometime in 2019.
Sometime in 2019. I don't think there's a release date just yet. But
just 2019.
Yeah. I was really impressed with it. The look is fantastic.
I mean, it looks like Skyrim, right?
It looks like Skyrim. It looks like the Skyrim remaster that we've seen on next gen.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it was born of that. So I'm looking forward to this. The time travel, the sort of the Groundhog Day mechanic. I'm actually a big fan of that sort of puzzle aspect of, I've got to go in here and get this and then bring it back through. He also mentioned that you could actually mess with the townsfolk too. So you could go in and do that and like steal somebody's outfit.
Steal their clothes.
Their clothes and their outfit.
Put it on.
And then go back through again and then talk to them wearing their own clothes, and then they're all confused as to why you're wearing the same outfit as them.
Yeah.
Which I will absolutely do.
For sure. Also, there's no enemies per se. Basically, the enemy is the puzzle.
Yes.
So there's no real combat per se. I mean, you can find a gun and shoot someone, sure, but it's not. There's no enemies trying to kill you in this story. It is a narrative based story, which I really like.
Yeah.
It's I love the games where it's all narrative. There's no chance of dying. There's no in your face combat. I mean, even though it was a Skyrim mod, it's not. There's no combat. You're not shooting bows and arrows or magic or whatever at people. So Yeah, later on this year, have a look out for the Forgotten City. It's going to be PC and Xbox, which is a change from last year.
Yes.
When everything was PS4 and Xbox.
Well, and all of a sudden we're seeing all those ones that were PS4 only are coming to Xbox.
Coming to Xbox.
So clearly they've...
So Game Pass, maybe?
Maybe. Yeah, you know what? You never know. Skyrim's on Game Pass, so why not this?
Is it really?
I don't know, maybe. Maybe it's not anymore. So. It was at one point, wasn't it? Something was. Something was on.
Anyway, those are the two big video games that we really were impressed with today. Before we move on to to a board game that we really liked, there was something else we saw, and that is gaming chairs by OP Seat. So basically, overpowered seat. Yes. This is two different brands. These are
two models.
Two gamers who found issues with other brands and decided to take it upon themselves to create the better chair at the better price point. There are two chairs. There is the Master and the Grandmaster. You can see there. The difference being the Master on this side here, the Master is basically a bucket seat. Okay, so it's a 15-inch width with the bucket seats that move up. And then the Grandmaster is
more cushion.
It's more cushiony, but it's also a full, what's it say here? Full 21 inches across. Okay, and it's flat. So for those people who like to sit like cross-legged or put one leg under the other, the bucket seat is more for people who like to lean forward and just stay focused on the game, engaged in the game. They retail normally for $249 for the Master, $299 for the Grandmaster US. They're not available yet in Canada. We will keep you informed when they are. We're going to keep up to date on these. Here's the really cool thing about these chairs. The seats, the armrests, they move up and down. They move forward and back as well as rotate, so you can have them on a bit of an angle.
Which is what you're going to want when you're holding your controller.
When you're holding your controller, exactly. The other really cool thing is they recline. There is an actual lever on the right-hand side, just like in a car, where you can actually recline the back of the chair and go almost 180 degrees.
Yes,
right? Flat.
Be careful doing it because you don't want to fire back too quickly.
Right, and they said the chair will not tip over when you do that. I would like to test that theory, personally.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've never seen a gaming chair do something like this, like lean back. It's amazing.
Yeah.
All these colors are the different colors you can get in it. I think red and black is the perfect color, but you're more into green or orange. You said.
Well, I mean, my office is those earth tones as opposed to the red. So
check out opseat.com. I want to make sure I'm saying that right. Yep, it's opseat.com. Check them out if you're in the U.S. and you want some fairly good priced gaming seats. They also have a gaming desk that they sell called the Op Edge. All right, so it's the perfect size. And you can actually also choose the color for the Op Edge so it matches your chair. It comes in 6-foot or a 4-foot gaming desk.
Yep, and I think they've got a sale on right now.
That is only for PAX.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so check out OP Seat at opseat.com. So we'll keep you informed, our Canadian listeners, viewers, when it's available in Canada. They're hoping sometime around July time
this year.
Yeah. And Forbidden Sky.
Yes.
Board game we saw. Why don't you talk about it? I've been talking a lot. I'm going to drink my drink.
You're going to drink your drink? Okay. So Forbidden Sky is Game by Game Right. They're the ones who have done the Forbidden series, so Forbidden Island and Forbidden Desert. So it has a little bit different mechanic because those ones there are sort of flat board games where you have pieces that you move around. This one here, your goal is to create an engine, basically, that powers a rocket ship. So you're placing tiles down, and when you place the tiles down,
it's electricity. You're trying to get the current.
Yeah, it's an engine.
No, it's current. It's electricity.
Yeah. So
it's not an engine.
I mean engine as in like you're trying to put the things down. I mean like the electrical thing.
Okay. You're creating an electrical path.
Yes.
From because once you lay down the tiles, and which you can only move have 4 actions per turn.
4 actions per turn.
That includes putting tiles down. So you're building this platform in the sky, And then once you find this large circle, essentially, and build it, you can then place this rocket ship on a base. Actual physical rocket ship with this metal platform that it's on. Actual metal, magnetic. And then there's other platforms, smaller ones, and there's what the electrical towers, that you can place. Transformers. And they also have actual metal bases. They're all magnetic. And then there's these pieces that connect them.
Wires.
And they're called wires in the game, but they're plastic pieces with metal on and magnetics in it. And you actually have to create an actual circuit from one side of the rocket base around the platforms to the other. And when you actually connect it, the ship actually lights up with sound, and you win the game.
Yes.
But at the same time, it's got that. So this is by Matt Leacock, who created Pandemic. So it's got that Pandemic style, escalating storm severity, and after every move you have to flip over storm cards. So there might be like a wind gust, and everybody gets pushed in a certain direction. It may change the direction of the wind. Yeah, and if you get pulled, you get pushed off the platform. You lose a rope. So every character has 5 rope and 5 health. So when you get pushed off the platform, you lose a rope, and when one character dies, everybody loses.
Done.
Yeah.
So it is 100%
co-op.
Co-op. There is no traitor.
No traitor.
There is no traitor.
This is not betrayal.
Do not screw your opponent. Your
you are very much working together in this to make the platform.
And there's a lot of conversation. We're like, hey, listen, I'm going to be building out this way so we can try to get this thing. You go, and actually we did that.
We did that. You go that way. I'll go this way.
We built out different ways, and then to connect at the end. And I mean, with a little bit of cheating, we won.
We screwed ourselves. We got to the point where we were too far away. We couldn't connect with the wires, so the distance was too far.
I lost track of how many of the little transformers and connector tiles there were. So I'm like, okay, we're going to go this way, and then realized we were going to run out.
We went too far out, and then we placed the last transformer, and it was too far away from the other platform. We couldn't connect them. So we're like, I just want to see what happens. So we connected them all.
Yeah.
We won.
Yeah, the Mythbusters style of...
We won because the rocket lit up.
Yeah, I consider it a win.
I mean, that's the goal, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, Forbidden Sky, Gameright, and it's Game WRIGHT. So check out GameRight.com for more information about Forbidden Sky. We are going to see if we can get a review copy of the game so we can show you up close on one of our shows, on one of our regular shows, what it looks like and the mechanics, and do an actual let's play for this. And I really enjoyed it. I love Pandemic, and I love the Pandemic quality to this game.
The sort of
player against the game, and the intensity of the storm, and
the way the game victimizes you is very Pandemic-like. The way the
really
game
is
just says, "Hey, you guys are having fun. Okay, wait, enjoy this lightning strike."
Right? Yes.
Enjoy
this storm.
I got pushed off that damn thing.
Yeah, though you were the rope guy, so you could repair ropes.
Ropeneer.
I don't know what you were called.
Ropeneer. I'm going with the
Ropeneer. I was the electrician, so I could put down wires as a free action every turn.
Yes, and I could heal my ropes.
You could mend the rope.
I could just type.
Ropes aren't healed.
I'm a knot-neer.
No, you're the knot guy.
I can't remember. We'll probably have to stop by and we'll stop by tomorrow. It's like, what was
it called? We'll get the card.
Yeah.
Finally, we're back late tonight because we went to a 2.5 hour session, D&D session called Acquisitions Inc. And now this is a D&D game that's been going on every year at PAX East. I don't know if it goes on at every PAX, but it has been at PAX. I've seen it. This is my second time seeing this. But this is with Mike Krahulik and Jerry Hawkins, who, of course, are behind PAX. They're the reason PAX exists, right? They are the ones behind the Penny Arcade comic book, or comic. I think it's Jerry is the writer, Jerry's the artist, Mike's the writer. I believe that's right. Anyway, they're there. Plus, they have a DM, and I can't remember the names. Morgan Webb was there. Morgan Webb was playing. And what was the Xavier from WWE.
Yeah, Xavier Woods from the
Woods
WWE.
from WWE. He was also a character. So there was the five characters, and then there was the DM.
Yeah.
And they do this every year. They play this. It's about 2.5 hours long. It's literally, we are in the main theater watching them play this funny but epic D&D campaign, and it always continues from the previous year. At the end of this 2.5 hours, there is a cliffhanger that is literally a 1 year long cliffhanger, because you don't get the conclusion until next year. So it was a lot of fun. It was hilarious. It was fun. They all did a great job doing it.
Yeah. I myself, I've never played D&D. I've never, other than a couple of snippets here and there on some TV shows where it's been touched on, I've never really seen that done. I thought it was fantastic.
It was great.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
To watch this.
But we were also rooting for the characters. When there's they decided to basically attack the enemy, we're like, yeah, do it. And then he rolls a 20, and everyone cheers.
It was
and it was
a lot of fun.
A lot of interactivity. When they say certain things, everyone chants it.
Yeah.
One big thing is green blood. As soon as they say green flame, everyone says green flame. And the lights turn green. When someone says blood, everyone chants blood, 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 because they want them to attack. Well, cheese, because there's one character, Xavier's character, loves cheese. He just eats cheese.
Yes.
So that's what I love. It's silly characters, but an actual D&D campaign, right? It's a comedic D&D campaign.
Yeah, and it feels like it fit. The thing that I thought was nice was they did the previously on sort of thing.
Yes, which was last year's campaign.
Last year's campaign, which somebody had animated.
Yes, absolutely.
For the previous on, which was great to watch sort of the animated version of that.
I want to see the animated version of what we just watched.
I would love to see if they're doing this every year. I'd love to see the
whole campaign,
whole animated campaign. It was a lot of fun to watch that.
No, the animation was still animation. It was animated images.
Yeah.
But not an actual cartoon. I would love to see this whole campaign put together in an actual cartoon movie.
Yeah.
Not live action, but a cartoon actual movie of this entire campaign. Exactly what they said in game.
Yes.
All their actions in game. Take all these sessions and actually create a script out of it.
And it was fun because it's obviously it's D&D stuff, but they don't take it too seriously.
Oh yeah, hilarious.
There was some swearing in it, which was I think was hilarious.
They were in character most of the time, which was awesome to watch. It was so much fun. So we got to see that, and we really enjoyed it. It was a good day. It was a good ending to a long day. Got to sit down for 2.5 hours basically after being on our feet all day long. But that was day 2. That's we had a good time. I'm not sure what we're seeing tomorrow.
No, another 27-hour day tomorrow.
I'm not sure if we have any appointments tomorrow or not, but I don't know. We're going to be back again late, so we'll try to do something like this, and maybe around midnight again when we do a day 3 recap. But that was day 2, so I appreciate you tuning in. If you did watch it earlier in the day, we apologize. This is the enhanced version.
This is the DLC.
This is the deal. This is the enhanced edition.
Yep. Free DLC this time.
Of the previous versions.
Sound is free DLC.
That's right. Thanks everybody for listening, watching. It's not even a podcast. It's just watching.
Just watching. Last time it was solely watching. This time it's watching and listening.
That's right. All right. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
This has been an OMGNexus.com production.